What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Harry the Horse Barbecue, and today we are testing out the Chuds Barbecue Rub Variety Pack. That's right, we got it covered from Chud Rub to Sweet Cheeks, SPG, all the way to Snake Bite. We're gonna season up some ribs with these rubs, throw those ribs on the rib rack of the fat stack, we'll smoke the ribs until they're looking beautiful and tender, then we'll try them out to see what the hype is all about. You should check these out. Coming up! That's not my catchphrase. What I meant to say was, let's get it.
Harry the Horse Barbecue.
Chuds Barbecue. We all know them, love them, and may even find them sexually attractive. One thing's for sure is Brad knows his stuff and is an expert in the backyard barbecue game and the restaurant barbecue game. And although I haven't met him in person, it's easy to tell he's a knowledgeable, genuine, and just kind human being. I've been following Brad's channel for years and have continuously supported his channel because he brings us entertainment, barbecue recipes, and something to look forward to on YouTube on a weekly basis. Now, Brad has also been a huge supporter of my channel, giving me numerous shout outs on live streams, and I'm super grateful for all of his support as well. Now, Brad and Bones sent me these rubs to try out, primarily as a thank you, but I wanted to put them to the test and see how they are in some smoked ribs. I've been using these rubs for a while now, and I can say with absolute certainty that they are amazing, and they're super versatile. But I'm gonna prove that point today by cooking up some ribs. So let's get it. I'm gonna need this too. So in order to test out these Chuds barbecue rubs, we gotta go shopping, not for any rubs, but for some ribs. Let's go. Ribbies. I picked up 4 racks of ribs from Porter Road, and I must say I'm a little confused. 1, I know the quality is gonna be great. 2, I ordered whole racks of ribs. You tell me, does that look like a full rack of spares? I don't need to prep these ribs really at all. Porter Road does all the work for you. We're gonna turn these into some amazing spare ribs at the end of the day, using some amazing Chuds barbecue rubs. So enough horsing around, let's get these ribs out of the pack. As you can see, these ribs from Porter Road don't need anything done to them. They're all trimmed up already. Looks real good on the backside. Let's start with the OG Chud Rub. No binder necessary. Get on with our Chud Rub. Nice and even all the way across. If you have yet to try out these Chud Rubs, I highly recommend giving them a shot because not only are they delicious, these rubs also make a great gift idea for this upcoming holiday season. 1 down, 3 to go. Up next, let's go SPG. Y'all know the 2 parts pepper, 1 part salt, 1 part granulated garlic. That's all this is. Pretty classic Texas style rib. Go on with a liberal coating on the backside. And these rubs are great to try out on ribs because ribs can handle a lot of different flavor profiles. You can go savory with them, you can go sweet, anything in between. Those look beautiful. Rack 2 done. For this rack, let's go snake bite. Now I've put snake bite on chicken before and it was amazing. Let's see how it fares on some ribs. Ooh, it's smelling a little spicy. You could see the snake bite's got some flecks of pepper in there. As I sneeze to prove the point. Let's talk about the sweet cheeks since this rack is done. Time for sweet cheeks. Now, if you take a look at this rub, it's very, very powdery. Since we're smoking these ribs and the sweet cheeks lacks a lot of pepper, I'm gonna hit this rack with a little bit of Chud's 16 mesh black pepper because I don't want the powdery nature of the sweet cheeks to block any smoke accumulation, and that pepper will help attract some smoke. So on with the OG pepper. We just wanna help out that smoke and help these ribs out just a wee bit. On with our sweet cheeks. This has got a serious maple vibe. I've used this on salmon before. I've used it on sweet potatoes, and I didn't want to oversalt the ribs, so I'm just adding a little extra black pepper, and rack number 4 is complete. These ribs are all Chud rubbed up and they're ready for the cooker. So let's go fire up the cooker. I don't know if I have enough wood for this cook. Don't have to go far for wood. Gotta open up the cook chamber. Water pan. Hear how wet this wood is already. All right, y'all, if you spotted in this video, I've got two different wood piles going on that I need to stack up. So stay tuned for my quick little wood storage video. But both piles contain some really, really wet wood, and it's having a really hard time staying lit. So our temperatures are suffering as a result of the moisture content in the wood. Right now we're sub 200 degrees, but we gotta get those ribs on. So we'll get them some real smoky flavor for the first part of this cook. But enough horsing around, let's go grab those ribs and get them on the cooker. Let's go. Ugh. Chud rub ribs coming up for y'all. Brad, shout out, thanks for the rubs. I appreciate you. Let's get them on the cooker. Up and under, okay. We gotta go on the rib rack. Chud rub, SPG, snake bite, and then sweet cheeks. If I need to throughout the cook, we can rotate these around. I've got the damper about a third of the way closed. I wanna run this fire at ideally about 250 degrees, and the ribs gotta go on the rib rack of the fat stack. We'll bring y'all back in a couple hours to check on these, but until then, let's close it down. Boom, shakalaka. All right, y'all, we got our wish, and I eventually worked this fire up to about 250 degrees, and it's been holding there pretty steadily for the last few hours. It's about the 3-hour check on these ribs. Come take a look. It has been quite smoky during this cook, but man, these ribs are looking pretty good. We just haven't gotten the temps that we need to render the fat early on, but we're getting there now. So you can see the muscles are starting to tighten up. The snake bite rack is still really resistant, really tough. While the other 3 racks are starting to get some good pullback. This is why we added that pepper to that sweet cheeks rub. Look at the beautiful color on these. Whew, those are looking great. And if you're wondering if this is hot, it's extremely hot. And my hands are just extremely cold because I've been outside all day long. I mean, these SPG ribs are just looking fantastic. Classic Texas style. And chud rub, whew, look at that color. I'm gonna spritz these down with some apple cider vinegar just to moisten them up a bit. These chud ribs are looking amazing and smelling amazing in that oak and cherry wood smoke. Shout out Brad, shout out Chuds Barbecue. I'm super stoked for these. It is about 4:30 in New York right now, and it is getting dark. I'm obviously running out of daylight, so I'll bring y'all back when I wrap. We're gonna wrap these ribs in foil, throw them back on the pit until they reach tenderness, let them rest for a bit, then we'll slice on in. All that's left to do is close it down. Boom, shakalaka. If only I knew a dog like Blue from Blue's Clues that liked blues too. Two? What's that? You see a blue? Where? It's not just a blue, it's PP2. Shout out Penelope, this blue's for you. 4:30 and it's already dark. Gotta love barbecuing in New York. Here's a sweet cheeks rack. No sauce in the wrap, just a little spritz. Because I want to taste the rub at the end of the day, not sauce. Three more to go. SPG ribs. Chud rub. And snake bite. Our snake bite, SPG, chud rub, and sweet cheeks ribs are all ready to taste. Let's see how they came out. Let's start SPG because I feel like it's the most basic flavor profile. Now these ribs from Porter Road are a little tricky to cook simply because they cut the meat very close to the bone. And when I cook ribs by feel, as I feel the ribs to see if they have that flexibility I'm looking for, these ribs never really demonstrate that. I get fooled by the weight of the bone. There's not much floppage going on like you would see with a normal rack of ribs. Either way, they don't look the greatest, but I think they're gonna taste pretty darn good. On the outside, not so pretty, but on the inside, it's looking really darn good. Beautiful smoke ring. We were running a really smoky fire. Let's see the SPG. Oh yeah, that's a fantastic rib. Oh my gosh. It's so simple, but it's so good. This is a classic Texas style rib. Let's move on to the chud rub. Chud rub ribs. This rack actually had a shiner that really caved through. Either way, let's give these a shot. Come on, that's not even a rib. Pretty thin rib, but let's see what kind of flavor it's got. I mean, the tenderness is spot on. That chud rub's got a little extra going on. Got a little more savoriness going on. I like the chud rub on the ribs. Got a little heat in the background, a little sweet. I'm digging this. Let's move on to that snake bite. Snakebite ribs. Now this rack was a little beefier than the others. Let's see how it turned out. I mean, just take a look at the size of this rack compared to the others. It's a massive center cut rib. Let's see if that snake has got some bite. Okay, tenderness is spot on, y'all. Man, I tell you, the quality of these ribs is unbelievably good. Ooh, I was waiting for the bite. There it is, but it's not that much. It's a nice, pleasant tingle in the background. This has got me tingling. Must be because there's a snake in my boot. This is straight up delicious. And lastly, our sweet cheeks. And our sweet cheeks rack. Let's check out how sweet these cheeks actually are. Clean to the bone. I like this, but I'm wanting something more from this. It might be a little more salt or a little more sweet. It's got that sweetness and that maple flavor right up front. You got a lot of good seasoning on the outside, but then you kind of lose the flavor moving into the rib. But still, very, very good. All I can tell y'all is that these Chud Rub ribs are not horsing around. These Chuds barbecue rubs and ribs are so good, I just can't stop. Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wash it down with a little PP. I mean blue light. That's Penelope, AKA PP. And then back in for more. They're all so good. Despite a wonky appearance, this rib is cooked perfectly, seasoned perfectly, and it's just not horsing around. Hold your horses. That's good. Dare I say fantastic? Because it is. Brad, you know what you're doing, my man. I can confirm. Hello. If you're more of a spicy person, go snakebite. A sweet rub person, go sweet cheeks. If you want classic Texas, go that SPG. If you want an all-around, well-rounded rib, I would go with that Chud rub. You can't go wrong. I got no more ribs left in front of me. I gotta go sleep off these chuddy rubs. So I'm gonna go dream about Brad and his Chud rubs. Here we go. Whoa, am I Brad in this dream? Cool. Brad and Bone sent me some rubs that I should try, and then I put them on some ribs to show them off to all my friends. I'm making this content to celebrate this big event, the present year that they had sent to show the world what it has meant. The SPG is balanced so perfectly. Sweet cheeks got me grinning ear to ear so happily. Snake bite, a snake in my boots, a scary sight. Chud rub is looking good and tasting right. Well, that was pretty weird. Thank y'all for tuning in to Harry the Horse Barbecue. I really appreciate you checking out this video. If you're looking for an amazing gift this holiday season for the barbecue pitmaster in your life, I highly recommend the variety pack of Chud's barbecue rubs. You've got an all-around rub, sweet rub, classic Texas rub, and a spicy rub. So no matter who you're trying to please, you can do it with ease. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below. If y'all continue to subscribe, maybe we'll drop some Harry the Horse barbecue rubs in the future. Leave a like on this video if you've tried Chud's barbecue rubs, and leave a like if you want to see Harry the Horse rubs. Comment down below with your favorite Chud's barbecue rub. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we're posting new content, and you can follow me on Instagram at Harry the Horse Barbecue. Tag me so I can see what y'all are cooking because it really inspires me to get outside and cook. And with that being said, there's only one more thing, y'all. You heard this one straight from the horse's mouth. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!